Hey everyone, welcome to Websleuths YouTube Live. I apologize for being late. We know it's Stacy's fault. It's always Stacy's fault. Now, granted, she was here before I was, and she had everything ready to go before I did, but still, it's her fault. How you doing, Stace?
I'm doing great.
Good. You know, we were just talking about psychopaths and psychopaths that we know, and that Mike King's book, everybody. This is our book of the month, for the Websleuths Investigative Book Club. See right there, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing. This is a must read because here's the problem with psychopaths. Not all psychopaths are horrible. There are What was that? Was that a frog, or did you step? It sounded like you stepped on a frog and broke its neck.
I moved the metal chair. I'm sorry.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
But not all psychopaths are like killers. They're psychopaths that are leaders of industry and such. But it's a good idea to figure out who they are and how they operate. And Mike King's book, I mean, I can't say enough good about it, you guys. I hope you've been reading it. Now, because of the Nancy Guthrie case, we haven't been in the actual forum of where we discuss the book because we've been so busy with Nancy's case, but we're going to try and really get the discussion going again about this book because, first of all, Mike King is our favorite person, and he goes by Michael R. King here. All right, so I'm going to put the link in the chat just in case you haven't gotten the book yet. There's still time to read it. We still have a couple of weeks before we're going to set the Zoom call with Mike King so he can answer your questions about the book. But with Rex Heuermann pleading guilty in a couple of weeks, I think that's a great example of a psychopath living amongst the people. He was a jerk. I mean, he was very, very aggressive towards women. He was frightening. People thought he was a weirdo, okay? But not all psychopaths are like that. A lot of psychopaths, think of Scott Peterson. If you knew Scott Peterson superficially, you would think he was the greatest guy in the world. He would bend over backwards for you because that's what he thought you needed to do. He didn't understand human emotion, and so he would mimic what other people did, and then he would try and do things that he thought you would like. So he was a type of guy that you would think, what a nice, great guy. That's why Lacey's mom, Sharon, really fell for him. He, showed up to her house with 2 dozen roses, dozen for Lacey, a dozen for Sharon. That type of thing. Just stuff that would just win you over. And that's how a lot of psychopaths are. Again, they're not all killers. We know that. But the ones that are just so damn frightening. Think of Ted Bundy. How charming he was. Anne Rule loved Ted Bundy. They worked together on the suicide hotline.
Yeah, and she was worked for the police.
Right, yeah. Exactly. She had no idea. Now, Crazy. That was back in the 70s. We've come a long way since then. But
it's still a testament to how good he was.
Exactly.
Especially that they both worked at the suicide hotline, and she heard him doing his spill with people on the phone and thought he was great.
And it was good. It was really good. Exactly. And so, again, he was imitating, I think, what he heard other people do. There's a great book, and I hate promoting
they mimic.
Yep. They mimic, yeah. And it's by a guy named Dr. Keith Ablow, and Dr. Ablow did some real crappy, awful things. And so I don't read his books anymore, but he did do a fantastic book about Scott Peterson. I practically memorized it. It just makes me so sad, that you find out about somebody that you liked what they do, and then you find out they're a creep. But Dr. Ablow wrote a book about Scott Peterson, and it really did a great job of explaining how he functioned, but why he was such a failure, because he didn't know that here's a good example. And this is sometimes what a psychopath will do. He was literally he was a fertilizer salesman, all right?
Yes.
So he's literally a shit salesman. And he would go and make these wild claims about their product, not realizing that they were wild, because he thought, well, this is what they want to hear. They want to hear how great the product is. Well, the stuff he'd say would be so ridiculous that he wouldn't have a sale, you know? And
Figuratively and literally a shit salesman.
it lit exactly. That's just so ironic.
Yeah.
But that, again, he thought that by making these outrageous claims about his product that he was selling, that it would, people would be won over, you know? So anyway, I do want to read, I want to focus on chapter 10. Now, Stacy, have you read the whole book yet? I read the book when it first came out.
Not the whole book yet, no.
And he does mention Websleuths in here, and bless him for that. And he has a picture of me, and I look horrible. You know what? I think I might be wearing the messy bun that our friend Beth B hated so much in that picture that he used.
See, and I loved the messy bun. I was always so bummed about that. So
I know, but I had to. I couldn't.
I know we had to do it.
Well, yeah. Beth B, she was in charge. She, you know, what can we say? She was in charge of this live stream. That's all I can tell you.
There were things that made her happy, and we were more than happy to do them for her.
Yes, exactly.
Plus, she was always right. So, you know.
Well, and I told her that's what really annoyed me about her.
Yeah, she's always right.
She was always right. It's like, God, do you know how annoying that is, Beth? Good Lord.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do want to focus on chapter 10. And before we do, I just want to see anybody in chat want to say anything about Yuda. It's so good to see you. Yuda is from across the pond in the UK. Let's see. I'm glad you're here, Yuda. If anybody has any questions or anything they want to discuss about the book, just jump in chat and start talking, and we'll bring. In fact, we can even put a link in chat if you want to come up and talk about the book. In fact, why don't we do that real quick?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I would like to make, our book have the more interactive book club meetings, between the Zoom call, like people doing book clubs, they chat about it. That would be great.
Between that little tiny surgery that your husband had.
Yeah, I know.
That basic outpatient surgery of triple bypass and corporal,
I know.
basically a new heart and everything else. You've been a little busy, and with the Nancy Guthrie case, that's a case that we've never seen how it just went nuts on Websleuths. We never had a case like that before. It's just been a little hard, but here is the I'm
finding my new normal now, routine wise, because that's been the hard part, the routine.
And that's just it. If when you get into a routine, you can make it work,
Yeah.
Link to join our panel to discuss Mike King's book.
Here we go. Yeah, and I have, after we get into it, maybe hear from some other people, the great chapter in that, a great paragraph, in that chapter I really like. But this book, I think, is so important to teach us.
It is. It absolutely is. Itty bitty epitome says, who's Beth B? Beth B. She was a mad chatter, a good friend of ours who had passed away. It'll be a year on.
She was your best friend. You knew her in real life, so
yeah. That's why I came to Texas. But anyway, she passed away. It was unexpected. Not to her. She knew. She just didn't tell anybody. But she was very involved. She would jump into chat and chat with people. But sometimes I get a text from her during the show, and it would be like, "Quit touching your hair." I'm like, "Oh, okay," because I constantly do this. And she was so funny, and she was the kindest, sweetest person ever, wasn't she, Stacy?
Yes, and I have to say, she loved Ping and was a big supporter of Ping's.
Very loved Ping more than anything. Yeah.
Yes.
I always wanted to know how Ping and Mrs. Ping were doing.
Yeah.
So she was basically a woman that cared constantly about others. That's all she did, was care about others. I used to tease her. I used to say, so you wake up every day and you sit there on your throne of cloth on your bed, and you think, how can I make somebody's life better? I said, that's what you do every day, Beth. Every day you get up and do that. So she was absolutely amazing.
She did try so hard um, to make lives better. And I'll say with you, even, I won't name names or anything, but even when somebody would come into your life and she
Hmm.
didn't feel right about them, she would be sure to let you know.
And
She
she
did
was right.
not hold back. And she
No,
was right. Yeah.
she was right about one particular person. And someday I'll tell that story, but it's a long one. And I didn't believe her. I absolutely didn't
Yeah.
believe her. And boy, I mean, it was she took great satisfaction in knowing she was right, and I don't blame her, you know, because she tried to tell me, and I'm like, no, they're a nice person. Stop it. And no,
Yeah.
they weren't at all. I don't know how she knew. I don't know how the hell
It's
she
a
knew.
instinct. There's a certain, sometimes, and I'm sure everybody can relate. And this goes to this book here with us
Yes,
being able to
exactly.
detect predators. There are some people in life we just get some type of negative feeling about.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you
Right.
can put your finger on it, sometimes you can't. But it's that instinctual gut feeling that something's not right. And we need
Yes.
to listen to that more and be more observant, you
Right.
know. And sometimes you
Exactly.
meet somebody and you don't get that feeling at all. And
Yeah.
then you
I mean,
find out later they were just really good at lying.
very good at lying. Yeah. But boy, did she pick up on it really fast.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
anyway, back to the book. Well, I've put the link up in chat if anybody wants to jump on it and chat about the book. She was, how old was Beth B?
Did you put the link to the StreamYard in?
Yeah, I did. Let me put it in
Okay.
again. You know, why can't I remember
She
how old
was
she's in?
80.
Well, she was in her 80s. Let's just put it
Yeah.
that way.
80.
So
Yeah.
anyway, but she was in, I thought, great health. She had issues walking, but that was it. Boy, her brain was just, she was smarter than anybody ever knew. She
Yeah.
was so brilliant.
Whip smart. Yeah.
Oh, man. And she loved Stacy. She wanted to make sure Stacy had everything she needed to help me, and she was amazing. So,
That's, because she had watched the live stream. And if anything she didn't like, she'd want to fix it, like
yeah,
your lighting. Or when I would have trouble going back and forth looking stuff up and then being live with you, she was like, okay, how do we fix this?
yeah.
Like she
What do you
wanted
need,
it a certain
Stacy,
way.
to
Yeah.
fix it, to help Trisha? What do you need? Just tell
Yeah.
me. You know, and she really was amazing,
Yeah.
and she helped so many people. So many people's lives she changed for the better,
Yeah.
always for the better. So
And Kyle the kidney.
look at
Anybody?
Kyle, exactly,
Yeah.
Kyle the kidney.
Kyle the kidney.
Y'all remember Kyle the kidney?
Yeah.
That's why I came here, to help with Kyle the kidney and to help Beth B. And if it hadn't been for Beth B, Kyle the kidney would not have a human.
Yeah.
So uh, he's doing
Thanks.
great, by the way.
Yeah. Thanks
The
to her,
human
he
that
was
has
able to
Kyle the
have
kidney.
that, transplant,
Right, exactly. And yeah, he's doing great, and he was very close with Beth as well. So, Gavin DeBecker, The Gift of, oh yeah, The Gift of Fear is
I,
another great book about gut
I screenshot
instincts.
that. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah, it is, and I don't normally quote Oprah, but she does say, trust your gut, and that's exactly right. You need
Oh,
to trust your gut. You absolutely do. So, let's see here.
when I was in school and they were trying to teach us about bad touches and good touches, or if somebody
Uh-huh.
makes you feel uncomfortable, and when we were little, you know how they change wording for age appropriate.
Yes.
They told us if you get the uh-oh feeling,
Uh-oh, I like that. If you get that
uh-oh.
uh-oh feeling.
Yeah, and that applies even as an adult when something in you says like, uh-oh, listen to that,
You
you
know
know.
what? I just saw something that I really like from Jules and me.
Oh, yes.
We could call the book club the Beth B on. I love that.
That is a great idea.
Oh, I'm
She
going to
would
start
love
crying.
that.
Oh, well, she would be embarrassed and she'd say, I don't deserve it, but maybe we should.
We can put
Let's
that
do it. Let's,
underneath. Yeah, I can asterisk it or put it in
well, let's talk
italics or
about
something
even,
nice.
maybe
Yeah,
even changing the name. Because I would love to do something like that to honor her. Beth
yeah,
B. Honorary Book Club. Let me write this down. Because, I mean, she would not let me tell anything about her, about the things that she did.
yeah.
We couldn't say, oh, yeah, she's helping me, you know, helping Stacy with, the things that she needs and helping me and things like that. So,
And I know there's one young woman that no relation to us, but she put through college.
yes, put
Yeah.
through college.
Yeah. She put her
What
through
do you call it?
college.
Top 10. What are they called? Ivy League. Put
Yeah,
through
she
Ivy
put her
League
through
college. Yeah,
college. Yeah.
yeah, Ivy League, because she wanted to give her a chance
There's
because
so
she
many
had,
stories like that with her.
yeah,
Yeah.
so many, so many. So I really like that, Jules. Thank you. Thank you. We are going to look into that because I would like to do something to honor her. I
Yeah.
really would. That's a great idea. Let's see. Yes, Authy is here, and his little. Actually, I think he's got his little lamb chop. Silence of the lamb chops. There you go. I'll get it. And you can't see him, but Scrappy Joe is here. My little old man. He's underneath my name. I wish I could move that name so you could see him.
Oh,
But
I remember this person. Woodruff is here.
Woodruff, good to see you. Oh my gosh, I hope everything's okay. We haven't seen you for so long. That is up. Oh, wow, I love that. And C. Cheadle is here. We haven't seen C. Cheadle for a while. I'm going to put up the link to the book club. And Stacy, tell everybody how they can join the Websleuths book club.
Yes, I'll put my email in chat. You just email me and give me your websleuths.com's username, and I will send you the link, put you on the mailing list for all future emails announcing Zoom calls or anything else we have going on.
Oops, book club. Here we go. And here's the link, everybody. And again, I'll put all of this in the description, okay? So here we go. It says crazy world, crazy busy. Oh, we understand that, Woodruff. We absolutely understand that. So let's see here. Hi, Lynn Jen. Good to see you, my darling.
Actually, I can program this into Nightbot as well. Did you see what Nightbot did the other night, the first night I turned
I
him
heard
on?
you say Nightbot was not behaving. What happened?
He went through and timed out a couple of our regular chatters.
I didn't know Nightbot could do that.
I had no idea, but he was sarcastic. So I went in while we were live to try to shut him down because I didn't know. Yeah, he got on bipolar saying you're spamming or something. I'm like,
what? I don't understand. How could a robot, how could a program do that? That's crazy.
I know, it was scary. So I ran in to try to put him under control, and then I put in some commands, and I'll have to do some others, and then I'll teach the mods how to use it. So, but I had to turn him off because he was rude.
Nightbot is a third program. It's not anything to do with YouTube. It's not anything to do with StreamYard. It's a program created to work with StreamYard and YouTube. So
and it's not a real person, everybody. Some people think it's a real person. It's not.
No,
yeah,
not at all. Not at all. So, I did not see that. That's crazy.
Oh, it was so rude. I couldn't believe how it was talking to bipolar, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's, no.
Well, let me ask you, could Ping the router have anything to do with this? I mean, can't you see him, doing something? I mean, that would crack me up if he went in there and programmed it to be mean. That would be funny.
I had to restart a whole new Nightbot, so it's not set up yet. So I didn't know he would go crazy like that. So I'm sorry.
I don't think he can unless somebody programs him. I don't think it's possible. We need to talk to Ping.
See, so there's a kind of default settings. And one of the big things is people spamming the chat or using too many emojis. So if you put too many messages, it thinks you're spamming, and too many emojis. Yeah.
Gotcha. Uh-oh. Marlene Clausen, we got to do some work. Marlene Clausen says, I'm dating a Nightbot. Oh my God.
Yeah. She loves Nightbot. No.
So it already has that pre-programmed in. If you choose it, I would think that if you do too many emojis or whatever, then it can. Okay, so it's not Ping. I thought Ping maybe was messing with us, which would make me laugh.
Yeah, no, I have to go in there and figure it out, which he is really complicated. So, but I'm getting it.
Oh, I know who Woodruff is now. Yes, I haven't heard anything about the high school reunion, but it will be next year. I'll be there. Oh, heck yeah.
How do I remember and you don't?
I don't know.
I
completely
remember he
forgot.
came in and knew you from real life. So
Yeah.
yeah, a long time ago.
We
Yeah.
had fun in high school. I think the few people that loved high school, I had so much fun. So yeah, absolutely. I'm assuming you're going to be there, Woodruff, right? Yeah. Our friend Holly will be there. I mean, yeah, I'm sure she'll be there because Holly and I go every year. So, or not every year, every reunion we go to. It's going to be so fun. Okay, let's see here. I put the link up in chat. Oh, Jeannie Marie says, why are you going in mid-afternoon? Well, because sometimes Ping goes on Sunday nights, and this is the book club, so it's a little different than our true crime thing. So it's just a little easier on our schedule to talk about the book club like on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. And that way we don't interfere with what Ping's doing. This makes it a little easier for us too. Yeah, please send me the information and I'll send you my phone. I don't even know where I'd find it. So yeah, if it's already being organized, oh heck yeah, I'm there.
So Woodruff, you can email my email or Trisha's, because if somebody sends me an email for Trish, I share it with her. So whatever's easier. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
I just forward it to her. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody says that's crazy, Love and Coco. What did Love and Coco say here? Oh, Nightbot said I was being rude. What did you say? What does anybody know what Love and Coco said to make Nightbot upset?
I don't know, but
oh my God, I had no idea any of this was going on. That is hilarious. Yeah. I love it. Absolutely love it.
You're not supposed to have to worry about that stuff. You're trying to do the live stream. I was back here fighting with the computer.
Oh my God, that is too funny. That is hilarious.
Telling you people, I'm always working behind the scenes.
You are. Always busy. Well, and the reason why we're getting the Nightbot back involved is because you may have noticed that we're monetized again, but all the money goes to DNA Solves, which is an part of Othram. And we had Othram on here the other night talking about, oh, by the way, their YouTube channel is going gangbusters. It's wonderful.
Oh, nice.
And Othram is the DNA lab that has a cutting edge technology. And DNAsolves.com is the site that they have that they put up the cases that need funding, because the DNA tests start at $7,500. So rather than keep asking you guys to donate to DNA Solves, we thought, let's just turn on monetization, let people make super chats, and then, the ads that you see, that money goes, we don't see it, it goes directly to DNA Solves. So that's, and we're trying to get the Nightbot going, so Nightbot can explain that every so often. So
yeah,
in case you see an ad, you don't go, oh, they're monetized, they said they weren't. Well, technically we're still not, because it's not going to us. It's going to an incredible cause. I mean, what a great cause. Those poor families, they've been waiting, some of them decades, and they have the remains, but it costs a lot of money to do. These aren't, like we've said, they don't just spit in a tube. When they do the test, it can take months and months and months of research and testing. And yeah, so
it's a great way to help, for us to help them. So.
Yeah, it is. And so know that that just by watching this, you're going to help raise money for DNA Solves and help those families. So let's see here. I'm trying
to find, what am I doing?
I just want to read here really quickly. And so you'll notice that that this live stream is not our usual, sharp as a tack 60 minutes approach that we usually do in our others.
Yeah. Okay, the one where we make no mistakes. Never misspeak.
No. We're just back and forth, just perfectly, never talk over each other or anything. So let's see here. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We are going to. I want to get to the. I'm just going to show you what the Websleuths book club looks like on websleuths.com. You do have to be a member of Websleuths. So what you do is you just go to websleuths.com, look in the upper right-hand corner, and you will see a registration button, and you click on that and just follow along. It's free to join. And the only problem you'll have is if you go into websleuths.com and you start reading, you won't leave. In fact, that's what I was doing. That's why I was kind of late today. I was reading Web Sleuth stories and went, oh, damn. I was like an hour behind in my time. I had no idea that I was that late. So here's what it looks like. There's the post from Stacy talking about profiling evil. And then Mike came, and he's been a member for 5 years. Mike came and thanked us. So it's really cool. Very, very cool. But I'm going to read just a little bit from the book here real quickly. There we go. And, oops, let me stop sharing. Where the heck? I got to have a light on because it's so dark in here. I just want to read what it says on the back first. Okay. What defines a predator? How do predators select victims? Why do predators fulfill their fantasy through violence and manipulation? Wolves in sheep's clothing delves into the chilling psychology of violent crime, offering a gripping exploration of those who exploit, dominate, and destroy. Through compelling real-life cases, this book reveals how the universal human desires for power, control, and dominance can become twisted into illegitimate and destructive forces. With charm, calculated deception, and ruthless ambition, predators leave devastation in their wake. Uncover how these predators mask their true intentions, exploiting trust and compassion to transform vulnerability into terror. Combining true crime storytelling with deep psychological insight, Wolves in Sheep's Clothing empowers readers to recognize and understand the tactics used by manipulators and abusers. This is more than a book. This is more than a look into the minds of predators. It's a guide to staying vigilant and resilient. By grasping their motives, methods, and patterns, we can arm ourselves with the knowledge to protect both ourselves and our loved ones. Dare to see the world through the eyes of evil and emerge stronger for it. The truth awaits. Open this book. So, and I love the cover. Let's see here. Okay. Chapter 10, understanding that humans operate with 3 distinct personas: the public, the private, and secret. Let's see. There you go, Aphie. And let's see. Public, private, and secret is helpful because it provides a framework to analyze and to interpret behavior, relationships, and motivations. Mike King. Chapter 10, the masks we wear. Serial predators often lead dual lives, presenting a facade of normalcy to society while concealing their deviant behaviors. This compartmentalization enables them to commit awful crimes without arousing suspicion. Understanding this dichotomy is crucial for comprehending how such individuals evade detection and why communities are often shocked when their true nature is revealed. Now, Rex Heuermann, he was known as a jerk, though, right, Stacy? I mean, he really was. He was known as a bully to women, like in his office. He was what was he?
Architect.
Architect, thank you. But he was successful. He was very successful. But the other thing, too, he was massive. You know, he looked like he was 7 feet tall, but I think he was close. And very, very intimidating. And so, you know, he used that in his favor. And he's just so damn scary.
Yeah, he used it to his advantage. And, you know, as we know, there's a big difference between just being a jerk and being what he is. So,
Yeah.
You know, you can meet somebody that you don't think is very nice, but not suspect that they're doing what he did, allegedly.
Yeah, exactly.
Did, you know.
Yeah. And I don't think the people that knew him on a daily, like regular basis, thought for 1 second he was the Gilgo Beach Lisk killer. Not for 1 second,
sure.
you know?
Yeah, no way.
Anyway, Mike continues to write, serial predators aren't these shadowy figures lurking in dark alleys and or at the creepy loners that movies love to portray. Many of them live shockingly normal lives, blending seamlessly into society while committing horrific crimes in secret. They often hold steady jobs, just like Rex did, maintain relationships, and even take part in community activities, superficially appearing just as ordinary as anybody else. It's this duality that makes them so dangerous and allows them to evade suspicion for years, sometimes even decades, as we know he did. And this is a great example. We've talked about this in our last book by Catherine Ramsden about BTK, Dennis Rader. Take Dennis Rader, for example, better known as BTK Killer for short, bind, torture, kill. Okay, Afi, you need to chill, okay? Just chill, honey. Rader spent 30 years living a completely normal life in Wichita, Kansas. He was a devoted husband, a father, the president of his church congregation, and even worked as a compliance officer for the city, writing up people for things like overgrown grass and loose pets. And I remember he really went after women, you know, and one woman, he even took her dog and had it put down. He was just horrible. He used his power in a very controlling and cruel way. He was meticulous. He was a meticulous serial killer, terrorizing his victims while keeping up with the illusion of a respectable family man. His ability to lead this double life is what kept him off law enforcement's radar for so long. Psychologists call this compartmentalization, the ability to mentally separate different parts of life that conflict with each other. For serial predators, this is a survival skill. They can commit horrific crimes, but then switch back to their everyday routines without guilt, without remorse, and without slipping up. Their minds are wired to separate those two worlds so effectively that even those closest to them never suspect a thing. And his daughter never suspected a thing.
Oh, yeah.
She said he was just this great dad. He was fun. He was a fun dad. It's very sad.
I'm
Ted
glad
Bundy,
that's the experience she had with him as a father, though.
Yeah.
That she didn't he wasn't abusive to her or anything else, you know.
Right, exactly.
I'm glad she had that experience.
Hold on, guys. Just a sec. Sorry.
Yeah.
So Mike goes on to say, Ted Bundy was another master of this behavior. On the surface, he was handsome, charismatic, and intelligent. The kind of guy who charmed women, won the trust of police officers, and often worked on a suicide prevention hotline. But behind this charming facade, he was a ruthless killer, preying on young women with chilling precision. His ability to present himself as trustworthy was exactly what made him so dangerous. He didn't look like a serial killer. And that's why so many people, including those who knew him personally, refused to believe he was capable of such violence, even when the evidence was overwhelming. This ability to manipulate and deceive often comes from deep-rooted personality traits like narcissism and psychopathy. Narcissists have an inflated sense of self-importance and zero empathy for others. Psychopaths take it even further, showing no remorse, no emotional connections, and no concern for the consequences of all their actions. Together, these traits allow serial predators to lie effortlessly, charm their way out of trouble, and kill without a second thought. When these kind of predators are finally unmasked, the reaction from the people who knew them is almost always shock and disbelief. Neighbors, coworkers, even family members struggle to accept that that person that they thought they knew was capable of such horrific crimes. This is because serial predators wear what some experts call a mask of sanity, a carefully crafted public persona that hides their true nature. When that mask finally drops, the world is left reeling. The truth is, serial predators don't stand out in the way people think they should. They're not always the creepy guy in the basement or the drifter with no ties to the community. More often than not, they're the friendly neighbor, the reliable coworker, the guy coaching Little League, or the dad getting burgers at the 4th of July barbecue, or the dad grilling burgers at the 4th of July barbecue. And that's exactly what makes them so terrifying.
Mm.
The arrest of Rex Heuermann, charged with multiple murders along Long Island, New York, exemplifies the ability of serial predators to hide in plain sight. Heuermann was perceived as an ordinary businessman with a family and a stable job, yet he allegedly, now we know he's going to plead guilty, so he allegedly led a secret life involving terrible crimes. Let's see, this case highlights the challenges in identifying such individuals based solely on their public behavior. The 59-year-old Heuermann was an architect from Massapequa Park, Long Island. He appeared to be the quintessential image of an unassuming suburban professional. He commuted daily to his office in Manhattan, had a wife and 2 children, and lived in the same community where he grew up. By all accounts, he appeared to be a hardworking businessman with a stable family life. Yet beneath this veneer of normalcy, he allegedly engaged in a secret life of violence, manipulation, and murder. So anyway, and again, this is one of my favorite chapters. In fact, I'm probably going to practically memorize this one because it gives you a great insight on how you need to be aware of everybody around you. And again, but how in the world do you figure it out if somebody that you like, that you think is normal, that you would never ever suspect of doing anything, how can you tell if they're a predator? Well, the thing you have to remember and be very careful is don't let people in your life unless you're just damn sure.
Well, they've got to earn your trust, and these people can earn your trust, but that's where it comes into listening to the instinctual uh-ohs,
Yes, exactly. And again, people like Rex Heuermann would attack, sex workers. And so because in his eyes they didn't matter and they were disposable. And so if you are in a position where you have to deal with the public, and especially in a very dangerous situation like that, you just got to be so dang careful. Anyway, this book really helped you recognize the signs of a psychopath and how you can recognize a wolf in sheep's clothing. Somebody that appears to be so nice. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I hadn't read this chapter yet. And it's funny because I was taking notes as you were reading, and then you got to like the basement part. And I had written a note down about the basement. There are so many misconceptions that we used to have that now we know isn't true. And that's one of them. Oh, what's some loner guy in his mom's basement?
Right,
Usually those are
exactly.
computer programmers, just saying. But it's not.
They're
The
not
serial
scary,
killers,
crazy
yeah,
people. Right.
they're
Exactly.
just super smart and they're busy. It's not somebody that you look at like when we were taught stranger danger, are they scary looking? Are they wearing all black? That has nothing to do with it. We know now.
Yeah.
It's usually somebody and they look normal. And for
Exactly.
example, when Gary Ridgway, when they found out he was actually married, that was like shocking because you
Yes.
assumed that he was somebody that was a loner type and all that, but that just isn't the accurate portrayal but of the majority anymore.
No,
It's not
not
like
at
that.
all.
It's going to be somebody you wouldn't suspect, somebody that appears normal. And that's what you always hear the neighbors, I had no idea, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And what was it? There was, oh, go ahead if you want to say something, I'll remember.
Go ahead. I'm just
um
getting something ready, so go ahead.
yeah, there was something I was going to say and then I just totally lost it. But yeah, it's not what we were brought up with. These people can
Right.
hold jobs and have families and marriages. And then when you reading the BTK book really gave an insight, kind of like that show The Fall that I was
Mm-hmm.
talking about the other night. It
Yes.
shows and gives an insight. And no, that's fiction, but they did base some of it off of real killers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, an insight of how these people are able to do these things while being married, while having children, the links they go through, the lies they tell, you
Right.
know.
Exactly. Exactly. And, not all psychopaths are serial killers. Not all psychopaths are killers. Scott,
Right.
uh, Scott Peterson, I wonder if he would have killed Lacey if he'd never met Amber, because he actually, in the book I read about that, it theorizes that Amber actually made Scott feel something for the first time, like really feel like something that you and I would feel normally, like love and excitement in a relationship. He could never feel. He couldn't do it. But Amber just awakened something in him. And so he's like, well, my mom threw away, because remember, Jackie gave away two of her kids and almost adopted the third. You know, Scott was like, well, hey, my brothers and sister were disposable. That's what he was taught. I can just I can throw away Lacey. I don't want her anymore. Really, that's how he thought.
Yeah.
And, but again, he wasn't a serial killer. Not like this. Not
Right.
like this.
No.
So,
Yeah. No, there's a family annihilator, then there's serial killers, and
right.
yeah, he wasn't a serial killer. He did the two at once. So
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, they in this situation with Rex Heuermann, how the first tip that got them going on his trail was a witness reported seeing a first generation Chevrolet Avalanche near the home of one of the victims. Okay. And they were able to trace a car like that, I believe, to his brother. And that started it. They were able to get the pizza crust, because when you throw something
mhm.
away, it becomes public property. You don't need a
Yeah,
warrant for it.
once you put it out on the street or your
Right.
sidewalk,
Exactly.
it's yep.
Yep. So they were able to get DNA evidence that they linked back to him. And remember, when he started doing these killings, I think the DNA wasn't like it is now. The DNA is going to bring down so many criminals.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, you're totally correct about that.
yeah.
It has advanced so much, and then authors come in and completely change the game.
Look at McSpunky. You are such a smart aleck. Stacy losing thoughts never happens to Trisha. You're right. I don't go, well, yeah. Oh, God, what was I going to say? I do that 12 times a show. So,
I love him.
and
He's so
I do too. I'm so happy when you're here, McSpunky. Thank you so much. So, yeah. And Lisa Green, I started the show too on Stacy's recommendation. I had no idea it even existed. And Gillian Anderson is in it, right? And
Oh,
she's, oh
yes.
my gosh, you would think she was born and raised Irish. I mean, her accent is just amazing.
Yeah.
So she is an incredible actress.
Mhm.
She played Margaret Thatcher in The Crown
Yes.
on Netflix. The Crown, one of my favorites. She was
Mhm.
so good, you guys. She's so great.
Oh, if you like The Crown, you'll like the new show from the makers of The Crown, The Lady.
What's it about?
It's a true story about she was like helped the Duchess Sarah
Yeah,
Ferguson. It's about Sarah Ferguson and this young woman that was her dresser, her
I would
companion, like a lady.
love that. And it's
Yeah.
it's a true story.
Yes, and it just started, and one of my favorite actresses in the entire world is playing Ferguson. So
Who is it? Who's
Natalie
the actress?
Dormer, who I just love her.
Well, yeah, and see, anything to do with the royal family, I'm just all in it.
Yes.
And
Also
I've
the
been
also
reading,
yeah.
yeah, the Crown, that they are going to start some episodes about Andrew being arrested, which is, I hope that's true. I really do, because it was really amazing, what they did with Princess Di and all of that. So
Yes.
let's see. Marlene Clausen says,
Yeah.
insightful. Wasn't the sheriff in the Rex case, or doesn't the sheriff in the Rex case remind you of Sheriff's and Nancy's case? Skeletons in his past. Oh,
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
time skeletons.
Yeah.
On
Good point,
Websleuths,
Marlene.
yeah,
Yeah.
very good point. On websleuths.com, we had a forum. In fact, I'll link it in the description. And it's called the Long Island Serial Killer Forum. Gilgo Beach, Long Island Serial Killer are basically the same. And that sheriff or police, it was a police chief, had actually been in jail before. I mean, he was just a mess, an absolute mess. But, and it wasn't, he eventually was taken off the case, or he retired. the guy I have now, the guy they have now, is he a mess as well, or is it just this one guy that we're thinking of?
The one guy,
It's just that one guy.
not the
Yeah.
one they have now.
Right. The one they have now, I think, is good. Yeah. But the one that they had for all those years that he got away with it was just a joke. Jesse Roblin says, I definitely think Rex picked Asia. Is it Asia or is that how you pronounce it? I'm not sure. I don't know. Anyway.
Asa.
So Asa, okay. I definitely think Rex picked Asa because of her background and his ability to come in as a protector. They were never on even ground. You're right. You're absolutely right. I know she believed him to no end and defended him. I don't think she will now. And I'm not sure about his daughter. His daughter did some artwork, didn't she, Stacy?
She did, and people have judged that. I refrained from judging that because
Well, she's allowed to do artwork. She's allowed to have a life, you know?
yeah, I have see there's a generation of kids that were brought up on anime, like my kids. And so there's some artwork in anime that's sexualized. Sorry, I don't know what we can say now.
We can say it.
Some violence there. And it's all in that category, you know, and a lot of people that don't know about that look at it and think, holy cow, that's just horrific. So I can't judge her artwork per se, knowing that. And I have a child that does let's see, commissions for books and graphic novels. And there's
Right.
some, you know, violent imagery and things in those. So
Gotcha. And so, yeah. And people were saying, oh, it's because of her dad that she's doing that. And no,
and
no.
it could be that as well. You know, I
I
don't
don't
know.
think so. But
You
again,
know.
if people don't want to buy it or look at it, don't.
Yeah.
But leave her alone. You
Yeah.
know, leave the poor girl alone. So
She's
Lisa
got
Green,
enough problems.
yeah, exactly. Lisa Green says, just got to notice that Brian Entin is going back to Arizona. Glad to hear that. I wonder if something is going on. Well, I think I know why he's going back, because of everything that's going on with the sheriff. You know,
Oh, yeah, that
they're
is
going to have
true.
that recall. I'm sure they're going to get enough signatures to get the recall vote. And then they wanted to bring him in under oath because apparently he lied about his background.
Yeah.
Which again, it was in the 80s, but you would think, late 80s, I think, you would think they would still do a deep background check to find out that the guy had been suspended like 8 times in 5 years, or 5 years and 8 times. I mean, to get suspended that many times, my God, I mean, to get suspended as a cop, you got to do something pretty horrible, you know, and to get suspended that many times, and yet they still elected him, makes me mad. Or maybe a big development. Let's hope. Let's hope it's a big development, and that's why Brian's going back. We'll have to wait and see. So we'll just wait and see what happens, everybody. Let's see. And let's see. Hold on, guys. There's somebody coming up to my doorstep. Just a minute. That's a bird. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. It's just a Amazon delivery I had that I've forgotten about. So let's see here. Well, that's good to know. Let's get ready to ride. Just call me Kim P says. That's funny. Let's see here. I'll tell you what, let me do a little checking. Stacy, can you just chat with the Mad Chatters for a moment, and I'll do a little checking here and see if I can find out some more information, okay?
Oh, yeah. And I just got a notification saying Brian saying he's going back too.
It doesn't say why.
I haven't looked. It just went over the screen. So
Okay.
go to his Twitter. It was his YouTube. I just saw it, but it's probably on his Twitter too.
Yeah.
Linjen too says the fact that he is not post certified or whatever they call it in Arizona just boggles my mind. Let's see. Bird flu, McSpanky. McSpunky. Oops.
McSpanky? Yeah. Where the hell did that come from, Stacy? Woo! What are you thinking, woman?
I get that's what I'm
Mix
thinking when I
Spanky.
see his name.
That is funny. I love that. Mix Spanky. That is hilarious. Oh, here
uh,
we go. Back to Arizona.
yeah,
Let's see here. I'll play a little bit of it. How about if I play a little bit, okay?
yeah, go
And then I'll
for
put
it.
the link in chat, and everybody, please, please, please go to Brian Entin's channel and
Yes.
join and give him a thumbs up because he's our guy. We adore him. We'll play a little bit here. Hang on.
For checking out my show. I really, really appreciate it. Please click to subscribe. Today is day 57 in the search for Nancy Guthrie. I'm actually in the airport right now. I am on my way back to Arizona to look into a couple of new things involving the Nancy Guthrie case. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. It's actually busy in the airport, but the TSA lines, you always hear about how bad they are, but I got through really, really fast. So that was a relief. I got to the airport super early, but made it through quickly. In this episode, a couple of things. There was this deputy in Pima County who was arrested for kidnapping, actually, it's a crazy story. I'm going to explain to you the circumstances in that. A lot of people are sort of thinking, could it be connected to the Nancy Guthrie case because it's a kidnapping charge? I don't think so. You'll hear why when I explain it in a second. Also, a couple of new things that Savannah Guthrie said in the Dateline episode over the weekend that I'm going to talk about. And I have my friend and retired FBI agent Steve Moore on to kind of go over some of these new things that Savannah said, and also some of what she said at the end of last week, just, the back doors being propped open, Nancy not having any shoes on and the pajamas. I wanted to get his take on a lot of those things. So I'm going to get into all of it in this episode of Brian Entin Investigates. Hey guys, so again, I'm in the airport, headed back to Arizona.
Okay, well, there you go. He's giving you the update. Yeah, that I read about that sheriff's deputy that was arrested for kidnapping. Yeah, it's not even. I think he was in jail or prison when that happened with her.
Yeah.
So, and let me just put something in chat here. I'm sorry, Stacy. Go ahead.
Krista Virgo's comment is great. Says McDonald's new menu item, the McSpanky.
Yeah. Oh, I could say so many things, but I won't.
Yeah.
McSpanky, that just kills me.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about, flipping any dolphins.
Yeah, sorry, just not going to do it. No discussion of pineapples, nothing like that. Okay, let's see. Here is the Websleuths big long Nancy Guthrie thread, but we also have a forum which is right there. You can get to as well, Nancy Guthrie, and our members are all over this, people. So here we go. You know what we could do? We haven't done for a long time. We could go to Crime Online and read the headlines and hope and pray that the people that write for Crime Online get therapy every day. We haven't done that for a while. Crimeonline.com it's a great site. It's Nancy Grace's site. And we know Lee Agan and a few other people on there. And they're the ones that go all over the world on the internet to get true crime stories and bring them back to us so we don't have to. But I can't imagine having to write and tell these horrific stories day after day after day. At least working on Websleuths, I can turn it off and go work on something that's not a horrific true crime story. There's tons of work to do that isn't directly related to these stories. But let me just take a quick look here and see what we have. We haven't done that for a while. That's always fun. By fun, I mean that we worry about it. It's not fun that we worry about our friends. It's something different, I should say, not fun. Let's see. Oh, God, I don't even want to read these headlines.
I have to throw in some good news.
What's that?
My daughter's puppy is doing really well.
Oh, good. Good.
The vet called today and said she should be done shedding the virus now where she's not contagious anymore, hopefully. And we're still keeping her quarantined, away from the other animals. And then she goes back in a couple of weeks for a blood test. But,
wow. That's wonderful. Yeah. Parvo is usually a death sentence,
Oh, yeah. My daughter was a mess when we heard it, so. Yeah.
But you caught it early enough, right?
Yeah.
So, let's see. Oh yeah, I don't even want to read these headlines. They're so awful. I'll put the link in
Oh
chat.
no.
You know,
That's
it's
why I
like,
was
oh
trying to
my
throw
God.
out something good first.
Yes,
You
good
know.
idea. No, it's got the Tiger Woods thing. Boy, Tiger Woods has not aged well. I can tell you
Yeah.
that. You know, he did another rollover because he was allegedly drunk. So it's like, come on, man, you got the world at your fingertips. The hell. So here we go. Let's see here. Yes, we shall remain dignified, Moonlight View. Absolutely. crimeonline.com. But really, it is a great site to go to get quick updates on the latest things so you don't have to run around the internet and find all the stuff. The Thoris, my dear, it is so good to see you. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. Let's see here. Yeah, Kelly J. That was that story was a funny story. I can't repeat it now, but it was a very funny story. So
There's a clip of it on YouTube that's pretty funny.
there is.
Yes, from Heels in the Air.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh my gosh. That's I was from years ago. That's right.
It's always going to be there.
Forever and ever. Forever and ever and ever. Let's see here. Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to look at the chat here really quickly.
Yeah, and then at the
Okay,
Taurus.
Daniel wants to know what kind of dog.
So she's a German Shepherd Pointer, a GSP. I think that's and pit bull, but she does not look anything like the pit. She looks completely like the other one. I'll confirm that's what it is, but it's a GSP. So let me see. Yeah.
Hypnotizes Lobsters is asking more questions about Beth B's estate. You guys, we can't say anymore because we don't know anymore. And I'm not going to get into all of those details just because they'll come out soon enough. But I appreciate you asking. Just know that we've turned over everything we have to the proper authorities, and we will see what happens. So, okay, let's see here. Yes, thank you, Jules, and we got that. So, again, good to see Yuta from the UK here. Hi, Cat Ride 3. Good to see you, my dear. Just seeing if I've missed any other questions. Hey, I have a question. Is everybody here a member of Websleuths.com, the true crime discussion forum? If you are, or if you're not, can you just say no? I would just like to kind of take an informal poll because we have such a great, it's such a great forum to go and read about cases that are brand new and cases from decades ago. And our members are all over it. So let's see.
Oh, and GSP is German short-haired pointer. I just checked.
Okay, good.
And she just knocked a bottle over.
Oh, is that her? What a cutie pie.
Yeah.
So
if there's a plastic bottle around in sight, she will grab it, even if it's full of water. She pops them open. So you know.
Oh, of course, that's what they do because they're so cute. So let's see. Krista Virgo, if you wouldn't mind, just go to websleuths.com and take a look at it. And we'd love you to join because, again, once you get on there and you start reading, it's like you can't stop. Like I said, that's what I got lost in today. That's why I was late because I totally lost track of time. So, but it's good to see so many people are are members of websleuths.com. Hang on, guys. I just got to do one quick thing real quick. La-da-da-da. Can you do a few things? Say hi to people in chat, my dear, for me. Miss Stacy. Miss Stacy.
I was muted. Yes.
Yeah, just say a
Penguin
few
says
things
my
in chat.
dog likes to chew on plastic bottles too. Yeah.
I hear you.
Yes. Let's see.
I hear you. Okay, hang on here just a second. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to get a few things done here.
Justice James says, I didn't expect an early live stream. Cool. Now, hopefully, I did, for those in the book club, I did send out an email. So I hope everybody got it. If you didn't, email me and let me know, and I'll double check you're on the list. Let's see. And Kirsta Virgo says, I will for sure. I noticed that you have a case that I'm interested in. Hold on. Kathy Harmon in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Oh, cool. My home stomping ground. Okay, let's see.
Jesse Roblin says, I got the email. Awesome. It's good to
Good,
know.
good,
I
good.
send them out, and I'm always hoping it goes through okay. There were a few emails that it wasn't being sent to, and it was letting me know that, so I had to fix them, and I think they're all fixed now.
Good deal. Well, I do have an announcement from our good friend Aphrodite Jones. I spoke to her for quite a while this morning. And can you hear that? That snoring is so loud. I swear, it vibrates in my bones. You know, he is at Afi. Oh man. I want to get this press release here really quickly.
Uda, so sometimes, or Uda, sorry. We do book club one on Saturday or Sunday on the weekend. So, so it's not really a one-off because we've been kind of doing it every weekend, right? Almost.
Yeah, almost every weekend. Yeah. So hang on here. I want to get something because I want to tell you what Aphrodite has talked to me about today. So hang on here. Let me just grab it really quickly.
Come here. Dolly. Let's see. Oh, they're talking about the weather.
I hate Bing.
We have to get on there and fix that. We got to do a StreamYard one night. Private one, so I can help you out.
Here we go. Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Guys, I'm going to not announce this. Well, I can announce some of it. She's got a new book coming out called Dog O' War, and it's a more in-depth look. It's a book that she's rewritten that she did years ago. It's about the case of the two dogs that attacked the woman in San Francisco. She was going to her apartment.
Diane Whipple.
Yeah. Diane Whipple. But it's the story behind the people that own the dogs and the guy in prison that they adopted. And anyway, he was the leader of the Aryan Brotherhood. It is a crazy story, but I thought it would be on Amazon, and I don't see it. They've got the Kindle, but I don't know if this is the right one or not. Anyway, what she's doing is, if the book will be available on April 7th, but if anybody pre-orders, she has this amazing gift that she's going to put everybody in a drawing for. And we're going to talk about all of this tomorrow on our live stream. So I just wanted to mention it today. Let me grab this really quickly here. It is a Michael Kors bag, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And I'll have all the pictures, I'll have the links and everything tomorrow. So if you're going to pre-order the book, wait until I give you all the information, and your name will go into a drawing for this gorgeous Michael Kors bag from Aphrodite Jones. I know, it's so cool. And this book is going to, and the reason why she's rewriting it is because her original publisher wouldn't let her publish all the information because it was so horrific, you know. And she's like, well, I want to tell the story. Anyway, she said,
that's the thing. You know, Aphrodite used to have a publisher, but now, you know, there's limits on that. And you self-publish, you can put in what you want.
Put exactly what you want. Exactly. So anyway, she has rewritten the book and it looks amazing. And I can't wait. She's going to be coming on here April 7th to talk about it as well. But yeah, this story, it's horrific enough that Diane Whipple was literally torn apart by these two dogs that should not have been in an apartment in the first place, for God's sakes. But the story behind the people and the adult that they adopted, it's just crazy. And she said this is one of the hardest, not the hardest book to write. She said, rewriting your book is so hard, you know, but she did it. She did it right. And I'm very excited because now the truth about this story is finally going to get out there. So anyway, oh, do we have the heart? Let's see. Wait a minute. Here we go. Okay, this is it. Let me try something here really quick. Add to cart. Now, let me go to my cart and see if it shows that, hold on, that it is a pre-order. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Yeah, I gotta make sure this is showing up correctly before I post it. So anyway, just be looking for that tomorrow when we go at our normal time of 10:30 Eastern. So again, what we're doing is, and I'll put the links, all the links that you need in the description underneath this video. And let me grab it. Let's see here. Where are we? Where'd I go? Where did I go? I have so many windows open. There we are.
Oh, come on. Okay. Don't be chaotic now.
I'm not, I won't be chaotic, I promise. Okay. Anyway, we are reading Wolves in Sheep's Clothing by Michael R. King. It's our good friend, Mike King. I'll put the link to the discussion on websleuths.com in the description. And then Mike King is going to come on a Zoom call in a couple of weeks, and you'll get plenty of notice for the Zoom call so we can all talk to him and talk about this book. This is a great book. Everybody should get this book so you can understand psychopaths and why they live amongst us and how we can prevent from being taken advantage of by them, and, you know, maybe even save our lives too. So Mike King, get this book. Again, all of the links will be in the description. Stacy, do you have anything else?
No, I don't right now. I think we covered it.
I think we did. And I want to thank our wonderful moderators. That would be Moonlight View, also Detective's daughter, and Four Sons' mom, and Lin Jen too. Lisha Gallegos and Love and Coco. Ladies, thank you so much. And thank you for giving up a Sunday. We don't, like I said, we do this. We're trying to do it every weekend, if not every other weekend for the book club. It'll always be at a different time than our normal weeknight live stream. So we appreciate you coming and being supportive of us and just chatting with us. And we love you all. And I'm really glad to see the Thoris back. I hope she's doing well, and glad to see Mr. Woodruff in here, and so many friends.
Yeah.
Just happy. Thank you. Stacy, no, I already asked. Nothing else. Well, has anything changed between 10 seconds ago? Anything you need to discuss tonight?
No, I'm good.
Okay, good. Okay, everybody. So we'll be back here tomorrow night, like we always are, Monday through Friday, 10:30 Eastern on Websleuths YouTube Live. See you then, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.